If you're a founder who's stuck with a brand that looks like dog melting on the Florida sidewalk, the kind you're embarrassed to show off, quietly tanking your conversions, and a total pain in the back to fix.
Give me 1 week and I'll bag up that stealing pile of a brand that's been stinking of your business, figuring out exactly why it's killing your growth and trashing your credibility. Then I'll hand you a clear step-by-step plan on how I turn things around and walk you through my process for designing and building you a new brand that stops the scroll, attracts better customers, and finally looks as legit as the business you've been working your ass off to build. And if the plan doesn't slap, you get your money back. That's right. Tell me to off, keep your cash, and still walk away with every dirty little industry insight I have on how to level up your brand. But if it clicks, we roll up our sleeves and we get to work. All gas, no brakes, 88 miles an hour, back to the future where your brand is kicking ass and taking names. Oh, and the idea of paying $100,000 to some bloated agency just to get passed off to some intern named Bryce who thinks Helvetica is a personality trait make your skin crawl? Good. You won't find that here. And if that rant hit a nerve and you're ready for more pain, here's how this works. Step 1, I crawl inside your business like a nosy raccoon. We tear into what's working, what's broken, and why your brand feels like it's trapped in the bargain bin at the dollar store. We do a full 360-degree autopsy and treat your brand like a crime scene. Sniff out what's working, what's rotting, and what needs to be dragged out back and shot. See, most founders skip this step. They're so hyped to fix it fast, they start throwing spaghetti against the wall, hoping something's gonna stick, without checking if they're even in the damn kitchen. The results? Sloppy moves, wasted cash, branding that confuses everyone, even their own teams. So instead, we slow down to speed up. We map the whole thing out. The truth, the problems, the hidden wins, everything. So every move you make after this is locked in, lined up, and lethal. Everyone's on the same page, no more vibes-based decision-making, just a solid plan rooted in practical clarity. When we do start designing and building your brand, it's with a sniper's level of precision. And hey, if you hate what we come back with, you get to take my head off and not pay a dime. Zero, zilch, nada. But if you love it, we skip the small talk, make it official, and get to the good part, building your brand's master plan to take over the world. A dead-ass accurate strategy that shoves your business into the front of the pack, bolts the doors behind it, and never once looks back. Because cool brands never look back when their competition's burning to the ground. See, most founders don't even think about a brand strategy until their growth hits a brick wall and they crack under the pressure. Or knockoff competitors start eating their lunch, dinner, and dessert, then stick around to make breakfast because they know who just got. We help you get ahead of that before it becomes your next full-blown panic attack. You'll get savage, real-world insights about what's working, what's broken, and the hidden advantages that you didn't even know that you had. We'll craft messaging so sharp, it'll slice right into your dream customers' wallets. Pricing strategies? Yeah, we help out with that too. So you make more margin and you attract customers who don't blink at full price. You'll walk away with a brand GPS so dialed in that anyone on your team could steer the ship without tanking the whole damn thing. And when the dust settles, you'll have a brand strategy forged in fire, built to lock in your winning position and hold the hold the damn line. No matter what, Finally, we design your brand a custom sexy new outfit and a facelift that's straight fire. We take everything we uncovered, your positioning, your message, your swagger, and design a visual brand that turns heads and opens wallets. Logos, colors, type, graphics, all dripping in the same winning energy and built to flex on every platform. One glance and people will know this ain't some cheap knockoff, it's the real deal. Now you're showing up like the legend you are. So the right buyers start believing the hype, bragging when they buy, and pay full price without blinking an eye. You'll get a logo that doesn't just look cool, it tells your story, throws elbows at the competition, and makes your product feel twice as badass. Then we build out a visual language that screams your vibe even when your logo's off taking a nap. So every touch point slaps with consistency. We'll drop a plug-and-play toolkit loaded with color codes, typefaces, icons, visuals, and built to start turning heads and snapping necks the same day it hits your inbox. And yeah, we'll give you an easy-to-understand brand guideline too. So whether it's you, your intern, or your buddy's cousin managing the brand, it still looks dialed in every time. So why can we guarantee that our plan works? Because we've done it over and over and over again. We've built brands that rake in over $150 million a year and are still printing cash like the Fed without any sign of slowing down. We've stacked over 70 international awards, sure, but the real flex is the wins that our clients keep racking up.
Take PowerPole, for example. Fishing tech brand that was launching a new product into the most cutthroat category in their space. Their product, twice as expensive as anything else in the market. And their competitors had 10 times the marketing budget and were looking to snuff them out. So what did we do? We gave them a strategy that made Goliath look like David's little a name that stuck like Gorilla Glue, an identity that screamed high-end, and a brand story that dropped so hard made the competition look like bait. End result? Product sold out in 3 months, pulled in almost $100 million that year too. And the only problem that they ran into was that they couldn't restock fast enough. Not a bad problem to have. But with Typical Gamer, he had 8.7 million subs and was already top tier in the YouTube gaming world when he hit me up. But his brand still stuck on the tutorial levels. His content had leveled up. His fans had even grown up. But his branding, still rolling with default skins and a negative KD like some pleb. So we rebuilt the lowdown. Brand identity, logo, merch, e-com, the whole ecosystem. Now he's rocking 16 million subs, has a 6-figure merch line, and even had a fanned Fortnite feature. GG chat. Then there's Native State, the Southern Coastal men's apparel brand for guys who bounce between boardrooms, the backwoods, the back nine, and backyard barbecues. We built a brand that didn't take itself too seriously, but still hit a 300-yard drive dead center on the fairway. Scratch an itch with outdoorsmen who had never felt so seen between Bass Pro, Banana Republic. And we sold the whole brand outright to investors. So if you're thinking, yup, this is exactly what I need, hit that apply button below. We'll jump on a call, talk shop, see if this is a good fit. Because if you don't like the plan I create, I don't even get paid. It's that simple. No pressure, no fluff. Just a no-risk way to finally get a brand that looks good and actually performs.
So what's the secret behind why our clients crush so hard? Because I'm not a bloated agency charging you for 12 people you'll probably never meet. And I'm not some moody freelancer who flakes when Mercury's in retrograde. I'm the rare middle. A solo branding assassin with 15 years in the trenches, design PTSD, and a vector battle axe sharp enough to slice through the noise. You're not paying for junior designers, project managers, or someone to circle back. You're paying for one person who knows branding, who knows business, designs like Off-White, and actually gives a damn about moving the needle. I've helped over 100 products and companies brand their way into the premium category and stay there like a Rolex welded to a yacht. We all know the game. The chaos, the embarrassment, the discount f***ery, the panic pivoting when a TikTok isn't on brand. Here's the truth that no one tells you. There's no glory in being the only dimwit in the room failing because of a brand that's holding you back. It's a losing game played by companies with no spine and zero long-term plan. But building a brand that both looks good and performs, that's how you attract customers who don't flinch at full price. That's what I do every single day. Just ask Burger Buddy, a new kitchen product brand that nobody had ever even heard of. We turned them into a high-ticket player and raised their profitability by 67%. No gimmicks, no discounts, just a brand that actually works. Because when your brand walks and talks like it costs what you're charging, people believe it and they buy. Still here? Good. Probably means your brand isn't cutting it and you know it. So if your brand's still out here looking like dog melting on the hot summer pavement, just give me 1 week and I'll bag up that steaming pile of a brand and figure out exactly why it's killing your growth and trashing your credibility. Then I'll hand you a clear step-by-step plan on exactly how I would turn things around and walk you through my process for designing and building you a new brand that stops the scroll, attracts better customers, and finally looks as legit as the company you've been working your ass off to build. I bet when you see it, you'll wonder why the hell you waited this long in the video to get started. And listen, if my plan doesn't crush, you don't pay anything. Click the damn button, answer a few questions to see if this is a good fit. You're not signing your soul away, and you're not going to hand it off to a team of strangers. You'll talk to me, the same guy actually doing the work. If it's not a good fit, we'll part ways like two Tinder dates who ghosted with grace. But if it is a good fit, we'll roll up our sleeves and get to work. Taking your brand to the next level by making it look 10 times better, 100 times more aligned, and finally pulling its own weight, and not holding you back. All without the agency markup or the freelance flakiness. At the very least, you'll walk away with brutal clarity on whether branding is even the right move, or if you're just dressing up a dumpster fire. In every scenario, taking a meeting with me moves you one step closer to solving your problem, even if you're not totally sure branding's going to solve it. Either way, this is your chance to stop thinking about it and actually do something. Enough talk, hit that button, and let's get to work.